This is Let's Talk About Magnum P.I., the podcast from fans for fans of Magnum P.I.
Yeah, so, hello everyone, we are back for another episode. Hello. And it's a rewatch episode. Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't done one of those in ages.
I know, it's a long time, because we are on hiatus from the show.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last week of hiatus. We're back next week. Yay.
2 final episodes of the season.
Yes. So what better way to end this mini hiatus than with a rewatch?
I mean, there could be better ways. I haven't found them yet, but there could be. So, the rewatch is 110, because that's where we left off.
Yeah. What's the title of it? I don't even know the title. Good Day to Be a Hero? Bad Day to Be a Hero?
That Day to Be a Hero, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Though, in one place it was kind of crooked, so I was, for the longest time, I thought it was Lest We Forget. I'm like, that makes no sense. But it's That Day to Be a Hero. It's like one of the episodes where you actually get to hear the title.
Yes, it's true. It's very rare.
I mean, you don't have to hear the title in a show's episode, but
of course not. But it's kind of fun when you do.
It's kind of fun when you do. It's even more fun when that means that you can actually relate the title to what happens on screen.
Yeah.
Unlike for other episodes, mainly in this season, where you're sometimes. And what exactly did the title have to do with the episode?
Island vibes?
I mean, I did get some island vibes.
I mean,
I still don't know how exactly it relates, but hey.
But, I mean, and then some of them have been spot on, like, the wedding one, Till Death.
Yes.
Yeah,
that one has been really good.
Spot on.
Yeah, but sorry. Must close window for a second. Someone whose name shall not remain nameless, aka Tommy, is complaining next to me about the open window.
Hey, he needs to suck it up because Eve needs air.
There's the thing. Hedgehogs do need a certain temperature. And it's cold outside, so it's technically too cold outside for him. Not that he would mind, because he's got all around toasty situation. He's got heating in every fucking part of his cage. Again, because he needs heat!
Yes.
Okay, That Day to Be a Hero was actually mentioned in the beginning, right? As some dude pulled his weapon on our dearest, back then still dearest, Rick.
Yep, because Rick literally tried to play the hero during the poker game.
Yeah, but he could have done more technically. He was being sensible.
Yeah, sensible hero.
Yeah.
Not playing the quote unquote white knight card where literally will do the most batshit crazy stuff as we've seen in the flashback book, whatever you want to call them, book renderings.
White Knight is someone else. Definitely. Even that White Knight's moral compass is completely different than Rick's.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, you even can tell, you're able to start to tell how different their moral compasses are in this episode beginning. I think it's beginning in this episode, because that's the first one where we get to meet Ice Pick.
Yes. He's mentioned, but I think it's the first time that we meet him.
Yeah, he being mentioned and seeing him and realizing how much of a criminal he is are two very different
things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But, yeah, that poker scene, I don't know. There's always something about that poker scene that I can't quite put my finger on. I don't know if I like it or hate it. Like, every time I watch it, I'm very conflicted, so, I don't know. Dre's out on that.
I gotta be quite honest, I'm not a fan of Teresa. Was her name Teresa?
Rick's friend there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too, because I just rewatched it while it being deep in my nutrition bullshit.
Yeah, I think her name was Teresa.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. She if you watch the entire episode, she comes off as rather, I don't know, almost entitled?
Ratty, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not a good look.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Really not a good look.
Yeah, she's entitled. She's a little annoying, I found, just in her, like, mannerisms and all that.
Can we talk about the fact that she just bloody gave him a fake hibiscus at the end and was like, this means, and this... Bitch, it's a fake hibiscus, what the hell? And it's not even a good fake hibiscus.
And she's just like, peace!
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if you just, like, risked your life for me and track down these dudes and all this stuff for me, like, I'm out. Bye.
I mean, here's the thing. She technically doesn't know I'm jack shit. Aside from, hey, you risk your life for me. That's kind of a big deal. Maybe I should... I don't know. Recognize that a little bit more than giving you a...
Thank you.
That's a solid one. Say thank you. Maybe... Oh, I don't know. Maybe I can give you surfing wax, something that you can use something with, and not like a fake hibiscus that is like... And there's the thing. Someone literally worked for free for her.
Mm-hmm.
Who has a wage that I assume wasn't covered. Someone else didn't get to do their job and spent a lot of money on fuel. Again, not covered.
And they all super risked their lives for her.
Yeah. She didn't even talk to them.
Nope.
She just brought a fake hibiscus that had some weird meaning that... Oh, it's a hibiscus. You can make a tea out of it, but I don't think it's the right type of hibiscus, and I don't know if the white one actually works, and it's still fake.
Yeah, I don't know what she was trying to accomplish with that, but...
Beats me. Genuinely beats me.
Mission failed in my eyes, but whatever. Rick seemed to like it, so...
Yeah. Rick and people are a story in themselves. It's theoretically one that I don't necessarily understand.
I'll agree with you on that one. I'll agree with you.
Going back to this episode, I realized something that I'm missing in season 4.
What?
Rick was introduced to us as this shady as hell. He's
not so shady.
He's shady. In season 1, season 2, beginning not so much in season 3, and it's like one of the massive pulls for Rick, because for me that made him seem unique and interesting, and that's gone. And the only shady thing that we had was Robbie. Or was it Robbie?
Yeah,
I
Robbie.
don't remember.
Robbie.
And other than that, we're talking about a baby this season, and he suddenly doesn't have contacts anymore that could hook him up with baby car seats and shit, or help him in other ways with a baby. He doesn't have contacts anymore, apparently.
When his introduction was literally, "This is Rick. Well, he's connected." That was literally his introduction in the pilot.
Yeah, he's no longer connected, and we don't get a reason why.
Yeah, he's just like floating there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's there.
Exactly.
Getting storylines that...
He's there.
Yeah.
He's literally just there.
I kind of wish we would have gotten a little bit more of the shady side of Rick in season 3 and 4, because that is a really interesting side of him, where he's shady on one hand, but still on the good side. Explore that!
And there's also, because that's his trait, being shady is, what he's known for, there's so many ways that they could play that. They could insert that in so many different ways. They literally could have been oh, Higgins needs a visa. Rick could have been like, I know a guy. Instead, it was Jin. It was Jin who was like, hey, Higgins, next time, I know a guy. It was should not have been Rick? Rick literally should have been like, yeah, I know a guy at the consulate, Higgy, no worries, I got you. And, that never came up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, Jin in all honors, but that's not his role in this group.
No. Oh, excuse me.
I mean, the funny part of it was definitely his role, because he's the comic relief, but I know a guy is Rick's wheelhouse. Yeah.
It's literally his thing.
When's the last time we heard Rick say he knows a guy?
I'm trying to think. Sometime last season, I'm trying to think. No, yes, no.
I do remember episode 1 of last season.
Yeah.
It was Flipper.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubba. This season, he knew Bubba.
Ooh.
Who wanted to get Bobby off the island.
Oh, yes.
Bubba, who looks like a Bubba. Actually, for once, I can actually imagine someone in that role.
Yeah.
A Bubba.
Okay. Yeah. Now I remember. But, you're right. I don't think it's happened all that much.
Yeah, and for that being the introduction to him, can we get a little bit more of Rick knowing people?
We've strayed very far.
I mean, this is the Magnum PI podcast, not we talk thing of the episode. At the end of the day, it is connected to the episode for once.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't strayed that far.
No, I'm saying...
We're still on the show.
No, I'm not saying we've strayed far. I'm saying the storyline has strayed far from Rick. Rick has strayed far from himself. Or, the writers have strayed far from who Rick was.
Yeah. And there could have been an explanation for it. Higgy is no longer the Higgy we know in season 1. We all accept it because we saw the development on screen. We're privy to it. I could imagine he started going a little bit more straight after Ice Pick, but I don't know. I've never been shown or told anything.
He just kind of changed.
Yeah. And also, can we talk about the fact that Knighton himself seems to be responsible for the only recurrence of the Rick that we know?
It's very true. Because that's the one that he co-wrote, right?
And the beginning of that storyline is the one that he co-wrote, yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
So yeah, let's let everyone stew on that, because Maybe one day we'll get answers.
Yeah. Maybe one day it'll come to us.
Maybe not. I don't know. I forgot one major part of this episode that I really bloody loved, and now that I've rewatched it yesterday while dealing with my nutrition, I miss it.
Which is?
TC and Magnum teaming up like that?
Yeah, it's been a long time. That's been a long time.
I did forget a lot about that.
Yeah, and excuse me. You're gonna get a lot of that today, guys.
She's tired. So am I. We're both up at the most impossible moments.
Yes. And I was up at 3:45 this morning.
Why?
Could not sleep. And then I tried to get back to sleep. And then my dog started having a howl fit. So
I shouldn't talk because that's when I go up.
Yeah.
Like less than an hour ago.
Yeah. But so I'm tired. All that to say.
Oh, me too. Coffee will be my best friend.
Yeah.
Today.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much to do.
Yeah. Can we also talk about that hostage rescue scene on the boat?
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it. A real proper, Higgy kicking ass scene.
Oh, yeah. That's something that I noticed about our guys, actually, that I've been forced to watch Harry Potter. Not that I dislike it, but, I had no choice over Easter. And I remember how everybody was like, oh, Harry just disarmed someone. Like that being his trade. And I'm like, Magnum does that too, but way smarter.
Yeah.
Because he literally, when he disarms people. He does take shots when it's necessary, but usually he and Higgy are going for the no one gets hurt route. And they're able to do that. They're able to do that. They both have the skills to do that, but yeah. When I watched that in retrospect with having watched Harry Potter, I'm like, yeah, the disarming in Magnum P.I. works way better than the disarming in Harry Potter. Look, okay, you get disarmed, and that just means you don't have a wand. But it's established in Harry Potter that you don't technically need a wand to make magic. You can technically
just do it.
Yeah, so if you just disarmed a very powerful wizard, you're still in the shit because you can still do magic. For example, Dumbledore disarmed the guy and he'll just be like, and you accomplished what exactly?
Yeah, exactly.
Magnum P.I., when Magnum disarms someone, he removes the ammunition and tosses that and the gun separately.
Yeah.
So, gun is completely useless unless someone manages to get a hold of both pieces.
Yeah, and manages to get it all back together in time to get off a shot.
Yeah. In time to get off a shot first.
Exactly. Which, as we know, highly unlikely.
Yeah, it's something that you realize a lot in the MI6 episode where he just goes and gets new guns and discards of them. Very efficiently, yeah, and you see that he's not exactly going in to kill someone, because he could have just gone on a fucking rampage and killed everybody but Higgy. But he doesn't do that.
That scene kills me to this day, because I'm just like, why? Why is he just random, and he's just keeps switching guns, and I'm like, I don't get it!
He doesn't want to kill anyone.
No, but it's he's literally just taking one and leaving the other, taking one, leaving the other. It's dude, why?
Because if they find his initial gun, they might think, oh, he's unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
And get a little bit more
comfortable.
Yeah, get a little bit more
Comfortable.
Not comfortable. Risky because they think they're safer than they are.
Okay, like cocky. They're gonna get cocky.
Yes, that's the word. I completely blanked on that word in literally 2 languages right now. That was something.
Fun times.
Yeah, that's the not the perks of being bilingual. I think that was.
Oh, I know the perks.
Where is a problem of being bilingual, because there's gonna be a time where you
literally
you're
don't know it in both languages.
Yeah, you're blanking in 2 languages.
I know it on a daily.
Yeah. And there's also the option that you only remember it in the language that you're not currently talking to someone and that the other person doesn't understand. That's fun. And then the Danny Williams hands begin.
It's good. It's a good one.
But let's go back to TC and Thomas. I miss this team up so much. TC is so much fun. He's the professional PI, and TC's the muscle, and the fun and everything in between. TC is just being TC, and this lovable dude is why we love TC.
Big lovable teddy bear.
That can
kick your ass.
Yeah, that can display some claws and kick your butt.
He's well-rounded.
Oh yeah, in so many ways. Again, he fueled his
chopper
and didn't get any reimbursement or thank you or even a thank you for helping. I don't even think that woman knows what they've done.
I don't even think she does either. I think she thinks he was like Ulrich.
Yeah. I mean, even then, I don't think she knows anything about that ship thing.
Yeah, it's highly possible.
And I gotta admit, that connection.
Given that I haven't rewatched that episode in a while.
Yeah, I mean, I
haven't even rewatched it on Hawaii. Even though I should have, because that's one of the episodes that would have kind of made me go, Mililani, are you sure you're in Mililani? Like, for real? Because that's still not Mililani, that's Waimanalo. But hey! Mililani looks a little bit different. It's in a very different spot. And the mountain range behind it looks a little different.
But hey.
Yeah. It's a little bit higher. The same thing as when you look at Manoa Valley in Hawaii Five-O and you're like, I think you took the wrong exit, because that's not Manoa.
Yeah.
Falls, not Valley.
Yeah, all these little inconsistencies.
That you don't notice until you were there. I mean, a lot of you will notice now, because we're telling you that stuff, and you'll probably be like, this is not Manoa, when Waimea pops up. But then again, I can't blame them. Manoa is a bitch to get to. Meanwhile, Waimea is just paved.
Yeah.
Easy to get to. You can drive up to the waterfall. I was about to say volcano. Talking about vocabulary problems. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Is there anything else to add to the rewatch?
I mean, let's talk about the actual case. And there's Gordon, there's Higgy, there's Gordon, there's Higgy, and the actual case.
They just look badass, always. I literally just saw like one of like the promo pictures for that episode. It came up as like a Google search or something, and it was just like them when they're at like Robin's Nest about to board TC's chopper, and they've all got their guns and they're just standing there like all like, and I'm like, yes,
badass. I do love Rick's and Magnum's reaction to Higgy, where it looks like they're ready to defend her, and
she's just like,
she got it.
That blooper's hilarious too.
Yeah.
From that scene.
And it's so similar to what we actually get to see on screen. It's just like, just a notch up
like,
to make it funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I love that moment.
It's one of the better.
I was gonna say, I think that's one of like my favorite moments of that whole episode. Like, if not my favorite moment.
I mean, I think your favorite moment should be the chopper ride.
Oh,
Given, we've been joking about this on the Magnum PI helicopter the entire time that we've been placed in Magnum's and Higgins' seat. QED. What era demonstrandum, aka, we've seen it in this episode, how we were in these seats.
Go.
The pocket-sized person gets to be in the middle, the slightly taller person gets to be on the outside.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, for someone with problems with heights, that seat is interesting in the beginning.
Can imagine it's scary as shit. Let me just say, I was very happy to be in that middle seat the whole time.
In the beginning, it really was scary as shit, but we were lucky as hell. We had our pilot, he makes you comfortable.
Yeah.
For two reasons. A, he's funny as hell. Mm-hmm. He's not bothered by anything, and he'll tell you what he's doing, and that's the number one reason why you get comfortable with the guy. If a chopper lurches in directions and you're not able to tell what it is,
yeah,
if your pilot tells you, I'm gonna do this now, and the helicopter does exactly what he tells you he's gonna do, you're a lot more comfortable, even though the maneuver he's flying is technically scary as hell.
Yeah. There were a couple of scary as hell moments, but it was still really fun.
Yeah. One of the turns, the first one, he's like, I'm gonna do this now. I'm like, okay. And then he did it. I'm like,
yeah.
But on the other hand, he said
he was going to do it.
He was going to do it, so I'm like, okay, I'm not going to flip my shit. I'm just going to be a little bit wide-eyed.
Yeah. No, it was a good experience. It was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. So if you're ever on Hawaii, chopper ride, do it.
Yeah.
Don't deprive yourself of it. It's also, what I found out, it's also one of the very few chances you get to see the Sacred Falls. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can't walk up to it legally.
Yeah.
So if you want to see the Sacred Falls, and you're a Magnum PI fan, Magnum PI helicopters!
Even if you're not, they're still like one of the best helicopter tour companies on Oahu.
So nice.
Yeah, they're actually literally known for being like one of the best companies, regardless if you're a Magnum.
I know. I mean, there's a reason why other companies use them to do the flying for them, aka Trident.
Yeah. So.
Because they're good.
Yeah.
There's probably also a reason why our show uses them frequently.
Yeah.
If they weren't good, they wouldn't be used.
No, definitely not.
There's enough helicopter companies there.
For sure.
With interesting codes, and you could probably convince all of them to just repaint a chopper.
Yeah.
There's also a second tour company with that
colors, yeah.
Yeah, it's when you go out to watch turtles and you're just like, what? Then you came across Paradise Helicopters at the North Shore?
Yeah.
So there's two of them operating out of very different places. Still prefer one of them because on top of them being nice as hell, their place also looks a little bit more professional.
Just a little.
I'm not saying the other company doesn't look professional. It's very appropriate for the situation they're located in.
Yeah.
But if you're like on the parking lot of a hotel, that has a completely different quality than being adjacent to the airport.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely a different feel.
Yeah.
For sure.
Gordon. Let's talk about Gordon.
Go for
real quick. I forgot how much sharper the tone with Magnum was in season 1, though we did see a recurrence in the last episode of season 4 that we watched, which was 18. But the wanna tell me something Magnum thing, and Magnum
being like,
I'm good! Until Gordy tells him, you do know I know your voice. Shit.
Yeah. You're fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
He could tell from early on, he just got way better at telling when Magnum did something.
Oh, for sure.
Because he knows him a little bit more. Season 1, he's known him for, 7 episodes? Which amounts to 7 to 10 weeks. That's not much.
No.
And he already knows the guy.
Yeah.
As opposed to 4 years later, where he's like, you're so full of shit, but I expect it, and I can run with it, because at least you're consistently full of shit.
And you do good work, and I know that you do good work, so...
Yeah. Except sometimes, when it's personal, you can be a really idiot.
Yeah.
A real idiot, not a really idiot. Whew.
Oh, see, now I really want to talk about the synopsis, because I could tie it into the synopsis, that comment.
Okay, if someone doesn't want to hear the synopsis, close your ears for a second, because Liz is going to talk about the synopsis.
Because it ties into what you just said. Because in the synopsis, I won't read the full thing, but I'll talk about the part where it says, a ruthless criminal... Well, okay, there's 2 synopsises. One where it says that it's Katsumoto and his ex-wife, Beth, and then there's one where it says that it's just Beth. So you just said that, when it's personal, that Magnum tends to go a little...
apeshit?
Apeshit. I have a feeling Katsumoto, for somebody who's more, reserved, I feel like he's gonna go apeshit. Because we saw it with Dennis.
Gordon has it in him. Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah. So I feel like we're gonna see that. And I'm pretty sure Jay said in one of his interviews, you're gonna see a side of Katsumoto that you haven't seen yet. And I think this is gonna be... I feel like he's gonna go ape shit. Because remember what happened when Beth got hurt and Dennis got hurt in that car thing?
Dennis made him more ape shit than Beth.
Yeah. So, but, I mean, I think it's coming. I think there's gonna be...
Here's the thing. Here's something that bothers me about that synopsis. One of them makes less sense than the other, just from the synopsis. It might still be the one that's actually true, but if you look at it, why would Higgins and Magnum go research for Beth, or research Beth, without Gordon? Here's the thing. There's no reason for Gordon not to be involved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just so everybody knows, synopsis.
Just so everybody knows, these are both official synopsises that were both officially posted on the CBS website at the same time today. Well, today for me, yesterday for you. So they were...
Let's call it Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So both of these have the same validity in terms of where they were posted. Just so everybody is aware.
Yeah.
The only difference is that one had a promo pic associated with it, and one did not. And one was part of a larger breakdown of all of the finale synopsises, and one was on its own. But they were both posted on the official CBS website. So there's a little bit of debate about what's going on. So
here's the thing. I say that a lot, I think. I'm aware of my speech patterns. This is one of them. I have a lot of them in German, too. I do think they're kind of both true. One of them just omits the Gordon part.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because timing-wise it's different, or anything, but I do personally would make more sense in every sense of the word if Gordon is kidnapped too.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, why would Magnum and Higgy go there alone without Gordon?
Yeah.
Why would the synopsis not say Magnum, Higgy, and Gordon are looking for his ex-wife?
Yeah.
That has been kidnapped. Because I cannot see Gordon not involved, except for when his ex-wife or his son is in hospital, because priorities.
Yeah.
But if that priority was removed, there's no reason for him not to be there. So I think, and maybe I'm wrong, obviously, I'm just a person, I think Gordon is kidnapped too, and I think there might have been a little bit of an intern not paying attention.
Yeah,
because I think they didn't want us to have that Katsumoto information.
Yeah, because from what well, actually, let me check the official website. Hang on, because so that's interesting. Technically, the one where it says that it's just Beth that's kidnapped was technically posted first because it's lower on the feed, and then the second one was posted second technically. And the one where it says that it was just Beth taken has the picture of Beth held hostage at gunpoint talking to a camera. So I don't know.
I mean, this is speculation because obviously we haven't been there filming. We've no idea. We've got bits and bobs from behind the scenes from a few of the actors when we've seen it, like David Anders, but that's about it.
Yeah. So it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to that, to see how it all plays out in the end. And the fact that they're both still up too, like that nobody took one of them down or edited it so they matched. I think that is interesting.
At the end of the day, what difference does it make? The one with Beth doesn't dispute the other technically because it just omits the Gordon part, and the other, if it's correct, it's correct.
Yeah. So
it's just one half of the fandom will have seen one, and the other half of the fandom will have seen the other. That's perfectly fine. Usually, it's just I shouldn't have said fandom. I should have said one half of fans, because fandom and fans are completely different animals in my head, and in what you calculate for fans technically. Because fandom, we're interacting with everything they give us. I mean, hey, there's a fucking podcast.
Yep.
We're a little bit extreme, but there's fans who aren't as extreme. Looking at the synopsis and like, cool.
Okay, there's gonna be a kidnapping. Okay.
Gonna have to watch it, and that's it. So there's two very different fandom and general audience are very different animals, and animals that are treated differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll be... Oh, actually, speaking of David Anders, did we see who he was playing?
I didn't, but I did assume who he was playing.
Kidnapper number 1 / Ray Nazano.
Well, then we know who he's playing.
Yes. Yeah, he's playing Kidnapper number 1 / Ray Nazano. Yeah. There's also Chantal as Leah. And Christopher Thornton as Shammy. And yeah, so there's a couple interesting people coming back. I want them to drop the promo pics so we can get a little bit more information. Because that would be amazing. And we also only have, 10 promo pics for the long sleep, which is the next one coming.
Yeah, and I just realized we have proof of him kind of interacting with Beth.
Who interacting? David.
The picture of David, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I mean, given from the picture that he has up with Jay and Tim, you could have assumed that he's a bad guy. Given that it's David Anders, chances are he's playing a bad guy because that guy's just so deliciously good.
I mean, confirmed.
Yeah. I just mean, if David Anders pops up, chances are he's at least shady because he's really deliciously good at it.
Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward to the finale. Yeah. I mean, it's very, very, very fucking soon.
Yes! And then we're entering the hiatus. Yeah. The real one. The real long hiatus. That being said, the show is entering the hiatus. This show is going to be around. There will be breaks in between, obviously. But a little bit of a sneak peek. There will, for example, be an episode on Jay Hernandez. Mm-hmm. One that I'm looking forward to. That being said, on Hernandez, not with Hernandez. Still working on that. Yeah, we all know what the chances are, but...
Never know.
We'll try.
We'll try.
Yeah. I mean, the only way... This is what I'm going to say. The only way it's not going to happen is if we're not trying.
Exactly.
Or, well, I should have said it's for sure not going to happen if we're not trying. So
there's a very famous saying by a very famous Canadian hockey player that says, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take."
Yes, that was one of the motivational quotes that you get at boot camp every day, not long ago.
Yeah.
And it's true. If you don't take the shot, you'll miss with 100% guarantee. Exactly. If you take the shot, there's still a chance that you'll hit, even if you're bad. Lucky shots are a thing.
Yep. So we'll keep trying.
Shoot for the stars. You might hit a comet.
Who knows?
Mm-hmm. We'll keep trying. We'll keep getting frustrated. I mean, there's been plenty of instances where I have been in her inbox and been like, "It's so hard," and it is. It's. Let me tell you guys, this is an exercise in putting yourself out there like none other than I've ever experienced. Just going to people and being like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?
Do it. It's fun."
Yeah. I mean, some people told us we're fun, so, and we don't buy it unless asked to. So, come be on the podcast. Yeah. It's fun. Don't say yes and let us hanging for 9 months. Yes, there's a very specific guy that I'm thinking of right now. Working on that too.
Yes.
Again, 100% not guaranteed that it's not happening if I give up now, but not gonna, even though it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So, do we have anything else for the finale?
I have to check. The golden...
Oh, we have promo pictures of the second to last episode?
Yes, we do. They all look like they're from pretty much one...
Yeah.
Well, from one scene.
And Higgins has a very nice top on.
She does. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Now I'm all the way back at when Higgy got clobbered by a frying pan. That lovely gif. And now I'm back in Mexico.
Physically in Mexico. Because he's been there recently.
Yes, all my Mexico pictures. Yeah, no. I got nada.
If I went back, I would end up in my personal gang-related spam. But that's a whole different story that we'll keep for the Jahuna in this episode.
Yeah. Don't mind me now, I'm looking at my dog. Okay.
Yeah, I'm being stared at. I just realized that someone has been staring at me for, like, the entire episode. But I mean, I'm not supposed to be in here this early at a weekday. I feel you, Tommy. But on the other hand, yeah, it sucks to be you. This is my studio. And you're already awake. So
it's truth.
Deal with it. Go run in your wheel. And yes, if someone questions, hedgehogs do get wheels. They're huge as hell. Like, they're really fucking huge wheel, so he doesn't doesn't break his back or something, doesn't get back issues, but like hamsters, these things get wheels. For the sole reason that if he was in nature, he would run more than me at a run where I get a medal and he doesn't get a red medal. He does that daily. So it's unnatural for him. It's technically unnatural for him to be cooped up in, compared to what he's needing to run, is a tiny little cage.
Yeah.
So he gets a wheel so he can run and exercise. And toss it over and get stuck under it.
Pets.
Pets. The other day he was trying to be funny. Didn't let me. It was the funniest shit. He was with his front paws stuck in his water bowl, so he wouldn't be able to take the water bowl. When I tried to take the food bowl instead, plopped down his butt in the food bowl, so I couldn't take the food bowl. It was like a battle of 5 minutes until he was like, I'm done, you can take it now.
Wow.
And it's like one of the things that I'll never do. I'll never willingly traumatize my animals. If he's not ready to give me the ball, sucks for me. Sucks for me. I'll sneakily replace the water at a different time. Another thing that I do with my animals, I kind of teach all of them, not actively, but I kind of teach them that when something is missing, they can scream and I will come running. Bites me in the ass with that guy every time because and my previous animal that died of old age, where they would just start screaming in the middle of the night because they needed more water. On one hand, perfectly fine with it because hydration is way important for animals and for humans, but on the other hand, sleep, that's what I get for having nocturnal pets.
Yes.
Speaking of sleep, you should definitely get some. So this is the episode for us, and we'll see you next time, which is gonna be the discussion about 419. The hiatus is finally gonna be over next time.
We are ready.
Are we though?
We are.
I'm not.
I am.
Okay, this is it for today, guys. See you around.
Bye.